Hello everyone, Pansy here, welcome back to Technobabylon. Okay, so we have crossed out 2 suspects now. And we have Ron Shawman and Councilman Dean left. So... what are we doing now? I have a piece of note. I don't remember what this is.
Note found in the bomber's possessions, apparently from whoever hired him. It says...
time has come to night. So, the location of that tunnel, that exhaust tunnel. GBWV. GB. They're not the initials. Huh. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I can show them the note?
Excuse me, Counselor. What do you make of this?
A note to the bomber? Who is GBWU?
If they're like the others I've met, it means God be with you.
Oh.
You've had experience with these terrorists before.
You could say that.
I'm even more confident that we're in good hands then.
GBWV, God be with you. I didn't know that. So, an abbreviation. Hey now, what about you?
What do you make of this, Mr. Ron?
What it say?
You can't read English?
English second language. I got secretary for that.
You don't say.
Ah, Dr. Regis. Might I have a word in private?
Okay, I guess we're crossed
alone?
him out.
As alone as we're going to get. What do you want?
Your investigation is drawing to an end, is it not?
He is the one. Yes.
Might be. Why?
You are, without a doubt, a skilled detective, Dr. Regis. I am proud that the city employs only the finest. I believe that your inquiry will find only one credible suspect, myself.
You're going to plead your innocence? Tell me it's a mistake?
Not at all. You see, I am indeed responsible for the attack.
But I thought he had an implant in his head that prevents him from lying. But maybe that is a fake? You almost killed us, yes.
You killed Imogen, and almost got the rest of us as well.
I can assure you, it wasn't my first choice, but a last resort.
Huh. You've been lying to us about your involvement. Why should I trust you? The governor's obviously not doing its job.
The governor is working as well as it ever has. I have not once lied to you, Dr. Regis.
I asked you if you hired the bomber.
I did not. My assistant hired the
come
bomber
on.
at my request.
Politicians.
That is the same thing.
People have to phrase their questions to me very carefully.
You'd better have a real good reason for all this.
For various values of good. You recall Gil Vanderwall?
Yes. What's he got to do with this?
What does Vanderwall have to do with this?
2 years ago, much to my shame, I did something terrible. I took part in a vote-fixing program for the Cosmopolitan Party, and they promised me this office in the next election. Gil discovered this, and has been blackmailing me ever since.
But why the suicide bomber?
He realized that Nina's project might lead to his death. He was a spiteful man, and he needed a guarantee that he could strike back against her if that happened.
From beyond the grave.
Essentially, I was his guarantee.
He wanted you to kill Nina for him?
Or materials he has on me would be released to the public. My career, my family would be ruined.
So instead of turning you in, I should...
Tell them that Ron Schumann was responsible.
What?
Why?
Frame an innocent man?
You've spoken to him, Dr. Regis. He is a truly, objectively despicable individual.
You're one to talk.
What I've done was terrible, but I wish to make reparations for what I've done. After this is done, I shall devote my life's work to annihilating corruption in our city. Ron wishes no more than to desecrate and pollute our nation as he has done his own.
Oh, that is true. You know? You nearly killed us all, so... that is just a repeat of what I said earlier. I'll say this.
I'm unsure who I feel worse about.
Please, Dr. Regis, you know as I do how it is to be the victim of blackmail. Do the right thing.
Charlie, what have you found?
I've completed my investigation.
That was most swift.
Though effective, I've no doubt.
Who tried to kill us?
After finding enough evidence to exclude all other parties.
Oh my god, I have to choose! This is going to have an effect on the story. The evil Counselor Dean. Or the evil Ranshawman. The lesser of two evils. What is there to prevent him from lying again? So, let's pick Counselor Dean.
The only conclusion possible is that Counselor Dean is responsible.
What?
My word.
Andrew, is this true?
See? He not say anything. Otherwise, he have to tell truth.
Yes!
Yes. Yeah, I am responsible. I acted to save my family from my mistakes. I joined this project to protect the city that I love. The rest of you are backstabbing cowards, out to loot Newton for your own gain.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Counselor. That leaves us only one option, I'm afraid. Liam.
Yeah, let's take him in, boys.
What are you doing?
Oh my
Wait,
god! Whoa! What the heck?
Poor dear Counselor Dean. Tragically thrown from the building by the blast.
You're completely
Oh
insane.
my
We're
god!
doing what we have to, Charlie. As promised, the information you require. The man who has your kids, your mind-jacker, is a contractor, Jayam Kressel. He's based out of an aerostat currently moored at the Xanadu dockyard.
You haven't changed one bit, Nina.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Charlie.
These people are crazy. I'm getting
Remember,
out.
I'm always here if you need my help.
Yeah, right. Whatever. I don't care. Ooh.
The uptake reports came in. Looks like there was a 99.1% volume of new code in the embryo.
Oh, that's fantastic. We'll have a viable specimen for testing within days.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have had the same kind of uptake if it was one of the brain-dead ones. So, how did you manage to score these full-scope human embryos?
They are mine. Should we tell her or not? I don't see any harm in doing that.
It would have taken months to get approval from the city council, so we used our own.
Yours. You and Charlie.
They're healthy, and they got all the right uptake markers.
Oh, I'm just kind of surprised Charlie agreed to it, given his previous line of work and all. You have told him, haven't you?
I was going to find a way.
That explains why he's on the warpath, then.
Oh, nuke me. How did he find out?
Vicky!
Uh-oh.
Dr. Chigwa, may I speak to my wife?
Charlie, you better not...
Get out!
Oh boy.
Dr. Baxter just congratulated me on what a noble gesture I was making for science. Apparently, we volunteered our own embryos for engineering.
So, he didn't know. She acts on her own. Charlie didn't know. Calm down, Charlie.
Charlie, calm down. You're making too big a deal out of this.
You think I'm overreacting? You have no idea what I'm upset about.
Sure I do.
This is actually a pretty big deal, you know? Yeah, all of a sudden, we have a computerized child. So, you are mad because I didn't consult you. You are being old-fashioned. We've always got more. They won't be born. Physically, that is. Yeah, let's say that. It should be fun.
It's not as if we're bringing the embryos to term. Their lives aren't going to be affected by the alterations we're making.
We've already affected them by using them in this role.
Yeah. I can still select the same choice? You are mad.
You're mad because I didn't talk with you about it first.
No. Well, yes, I am, but that's not why I feel like this.
I understand it was a big decision. We've invested a lot of time and energy into having kids. I'd probably be upset in your position, but I'd have hoped you'd trust me to make choices for the both of us.
Oh God, you haven't understood what's wrong with this at all.
Yeah, you have crossed the line. So, you are being old-fashioned.
You know, sometimes your old world sensibilities are charming, but not this time. What is it they believe where you're from? That life begins at conception?
You know damn well what I've done with human engineering in the past. I'm well past being able to object for moral reasons.
We've always got more. Another chance?
We're only using one, maybe two of the embryos we've got for the project. The other 4 are still stored at Alrecis.
It's not a matter of whether we can make more or not. We could have thousands of embryos on standby. It'd still be wrong.
Yeah, as a computerized child. That is crazy.
Have you seen the uptake results Dr. Chiba recorded? We've got over 95% success. The neural tissue development is going to be phenomenal.
I don't give a damn about the results.
Oh boy. This is going to end bad.
It's not the fact that we're engineering human embryos. It's that there are embryos.
Of course!
I spent 2 years weaponizing children. The fact that they were destined, doomed to a purpose.
It's one thing to have your life affected by a quirk of genetics, but when you've been deliberately altered before birth to fit a role.
I'd hoped that I'd escaped it, but seeing it with our own kids, it's just...
I understand, Charlie. I'll talk to Dr. Vargas about it.
He won't be happy. It sounds like he was counting on this.
You'll just have to deal with it.
Ooh. Alright, so a new chapter now. 1001 Ripper. Ooh. And we are back to this lady here. I forgot her name. Is it Sesame or something like that? Sashimi. No. I think it is Sesame.
That aircon's putting out a lot of heat. Must be working pretty hard in this weather.
So where are we? Through the window, you see a man who looks too well armed to be working in the front desk. Closer than that is his mug of coffee. Can I take the mug? I guess not.
It looks like it could be opened, but not from outside. It doesn't appear to have a power switch or any kinds of controls accessible from out here.
Okay, so... Bulletin board. Through the damage, you can make out an itinerary, some long expired special offers, and a message where somebody's had the text to display rude ASCII drawings. Huh. So... Can we go inside? An aeroset here, it's like a spaceship. An aeroset is tethered to the landing field. Through the fence, you can see dock workers loading crates of cargo. Alright, going inside. The door leads into a terminal, yes. Whoa! Are you a robot? A crisis agent, or just a human wearing a robot uniform? Though you are not very worldly, you're pretty sure that this man is much more imposing than someone who'd normally be working at the desk at an air freight firm. He looks packed. With weapons, that is.
Hello?
We're closed.
Whoa. You are close, but the door is still open.
Can I just...
No, go away.
I keep bothering him.
You don't even...
No, it's too hot to argue.
Too hot to argue, but that AC is on. It's a warm night with all that armor. There's no wonder he needs the aircon. So... You can't reach it from here. Maybe I can turn it off? A map of the world showing destinations serviced by Xanadu Air Freight, or at least they used to be. So...
no.
No? No what?
Can't I...
Get out of here, Thrall.
Can't I...
Get out of here, Thrall.
Oh, it's not gonna work. The reception office terminal, the hidden tabs for online poker suggest something about the staff's work ethic. He was playing poker before he came in.
Hey, be it, Thrall.
Why? You got a bad hand?
Hey, be it, Thrall.
Oh. Maybe I can go inside trance to play poker with this guy. A painting of a turn-of-the-century antique fighter jet from the days when they still used human pilots for the role. So that's changed now, I guess. What time is it? It's like, 4 o'clock?
It's locked. I figure that huge keypad's got something to do with it.
Keypad?
It's locked.
Hey, authorized personnel only.